we will see how to attack and defend in the downwind on a team race. In this case, blue and green are second and third and part of the same team, and yellow is winning the race, and he's on a different team than these two. So let's check it out. Now, here we go. So as soon as I pass a mark, the main focus on yellow is to keep the inner side, because he wants to get to the mark with mark room. So he's gonna stay on the right side of the screen. Now, the tactics for both boats that are losing the race, in this case blue and green, is to be away from each other. So the blue boat is gonna kind of sacrifice himself to cover the yellow boat and make him sail really slow, so his friend, right, the one that is third and further away from the yellow one, can sail faster and straight to the buoy, and luckily green will be on the buoy before yellow. So you see how yellow is going really far open, because he sees that blue is gonna try to cover him and try to win his inner side. So yellow has no choice and sailing really far open, and blue's chasing him. Now when yellow decides to go to the buoy, we can already see how green is getting closer, and now blue can finally put himself behind yellow and start giving him dirty air. You can see already how green is getting closer and closer and closer, and he's almost passing it. And now blue is still covering the yellow boat, so they're going slower. So green already passed him. Now the goal for green will be to get the inner side in the mark, right, and get to the zone before yellow, and he's gonna try to do a mark trap once he gets there. So he points up a little bit to be sure that he's inside, and he gets to the mark clear ahead, so he has mark room. And this is the key part. So as soon as they get to the mark, green has mark room and he has laughing rights over yellow, right? Because it's a team race, he's not obligated to jive on the mark. He can sail away from the mark. So in this situation, what you will see, or what you should do, being the green and blue boat, is to be away from each other. So if green goes up with yellow, if yellow ends up in this side and green goes in this side with yellow, then the blue should go on the other way, right? Because green is gonna force yellow to sail up and to slow him down in the mark. That's called a mark trap. So he pushes him up, and now blue enters the zone, and they jive, and now it's 1 and 2. So this is how you do the downwind. Now, a few concepts that you should know from the downwind. First of all, the ones who attack in the downwind are always the one who are behind. Always the one who are behind. You can see that, right? So why? Because you can cover him. So if you are 3 boats, then 2 boats can cover yellow to be sure that the third boat can pass him. The main thing for a blue and green team is that one of them, any of them, is ahead of yellow in the mark. You only need 1 boat ahead of him to do a mark trap on this buoy. The way to defend from yellow is very difficult. He did what he should have done: go really far open and sail as fast as possible. Yeah, in this case, you need to be very focused on your speed and try to make it to a mark, to a zone before green. Yeah. One other thing interesting to analyze is what would happen if, in this case, right, yellow decides to go low. What do you think in this case? So now yellow, instead of going up, he goes low. Now this could be a good tactics for yellow. The goal for yellow will be, okay, if you're going to slow me down, it's gonna take you a lot. You're gonna lose a lot of meters, both of you. Why? So then my teammates, which are behind or in front, can sail away from you. So in this case, yellow should also jive and should be sure that yellow himself is always in between of the two team members, right? So if yellow slows down, then he can wait to see what blue does. If blue tries to go on the right side, then yellow goes on the right side and he stays in between the two of them. If blue goes on the left side, then yellow can go on the left side like he did now, and he stays in between of them. Yeah. So the best way to defend this mark trap is to be sure that you also have a mark, right? And even if you end up losing and passing after them, you are going to be sure that this mark trap cost the other team a lot of work and a lot of time. Okay, I hope you like it, and I see you in the next tutorial.